Where is my son?
He is where my own son is.
And where is that?
If I knew, you would have known, Inimba.
Anyo Maroko. Nimoka. Your Majesty, it's been 3 weeks since your son and my son left this kingdom without my approval. Their phones have remained switched off. You don't seem to bother at all. Do I take that to mean that it...
Don't assume anything, Inimba. The goat sweats. It's just her hairs that hide her sweat from the eyes of the beholder. Right inside me, I am dead with worry about them. The greater implication of the people getting to know that the heir apparent to the throne is missing is what is actually keeping me from making a public fuss.
Isn't it reasonable to assume that 2 of them must have come to something untoward?
It is. But the chief priest assured me that they are alive and will come back at the appointed time of the gods.
And you believed him? You believed a seer in such a critical situation, with the life of your only son and perhaps the royal dynasty coming to...
What do you expect of me, Inimba? You are my late husband's younger brother. With his death, the implication is that Rochas and Alex and all the other children born into the 2 families are now your responsibility.
They are our responsibility, right, all right. But the fact that he is a crown prince makes him the people's responsibility also. I am suggesting that we inform them of what is going on immediately.
Inimba, if you or anybody in this palace lets out word concerning the true situation in that regard, I will bare my breast in public and curse that person. That is how serious it is to me.
Your Majesty, this situation is like pregnancy. You can never cover it forever. You seem to be on...
This discussion is over, Inimba.
Anyo Maroko ni moka. Anyo Maroko ni moka. Anyo Maroko ni moka.
Breakfast is here. Oh my God. Ivy. What is wrong with you? What is it?
Fever. My head is bleeding due to... I feel like I'm in a country.
Oh my God. You need to see a doctor, please.
Where? In the hospital, of course.
Oh, please.
I can't take such risk.
Ivy, not seeing the doctor could be a bigger risk than having your father and Nelson see you. Please, you have to do it, please.
I'll be okay before you know it. I'll be fine.
Ivy, you're not being fair to yourself and the baby in your womb. You're just allowing yourself
Susie,
to...
Please, just get me some aspirin and another blanket. That is what I need now, not your sympathy or your lecture. Thanks for the tea.
Priestess, so may God help you.
Thank you.
I'm a baby. I am as helpless as a newborn baby in this cellar.
Look, we will survive this ordeal, okay? We will. And I will still find Ivy and marry her.
In the world beyond, we will find and you marry your Ivy.
Is it me you speaking to that way? Have you forgotten who I am?
No! You're the crown prince of Aboma Kingdom. I am just an inconsequential slave condemned to accompany a prince who has lost his freedom and royal splendor in a foreign land. Look at me. A prisoner in a private cellar. A victim of shipwreck of love. That's whom I have become because of you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be putting you through all of this. I'm really sorry.
Regents, what I need from you is not apologies. For 5 days now, we have had neither food nor water. I am dying. My body needs nourishment. That's what I need. Food. Not word.
What is going on? Why are they shouting?
Please, sir, please. I'm begging you on my knees. If you can't give us food, please give us at least a cup of water. Let us share, please.
Well, my decree once passed remains like that. No food or water for both of you for 7 days. And if I have to come back here because I heard you shouting, then I am going to extend it by another 7 days. Shut up!
Thank you.
Ivy, this is the 4th day since you came down with this fever, and you don't seem to be getting any better. Is it not time you agree with me that these drugs are not working and seek for a medical help?
I don't need such help.
Of course you do.
I'm the one that's sick. I know how I felt before and I know how I'm feeling now, so I'm getting better.
No, you're getting worse. You're just afraid to admit it, and that's a terrible sin against yourself.
I've sinned against God and my family. So what difference does it make if I sin against myself now?
Wait, did you come here to seek my help? Or or to commit suicide in my family house.
Please, I want to ease myself.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Ah, Ivy! Jesus, Ivy, please don't do this to me, Ivy! Oh my God! Wake up, Ivy! Ivy! Ivy, please don't.
Are you seeing my room?
Doctor, is she going to make it?
Yes, she will.
What about the baby?
No significant threat to the baby. I will be checking on her twice daily. But if in the next 2 days there's no significant improvement, then we have no choice than to take her to the hospital.
Okay, doctor. Thank you very much, Dr. Brian.
Okay.
And like I said, we have to make this secret, please.
Yes. But if I may ask why?
Doctor, please don't. I can't tell you more than I have already done. Okay? It is her wish, and I wish to respect it.
It's okay. So I'll see you later in the evening.
Thank you, doctor.
Oh, bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay. Now, in your own professional opinion, where do you think could be a likely destination? Okay. Oh, she could still be here in South Africa? What about Nigeria? Oh, thank you very much for your services. No, I understand. No, you did your best, Thank you. Bye for now.
What did he say to your last questions, Father?
He said Nigeria could be most likely destination when she left that day.
Father, that explains it all. That explains it all. Those bastards, Father. Those bastards know the whereabouts of Ivy. Father, just give me some time with them. And I will torture them. And the truth will come out, Father.
Now, we have locked them up without food or water for almost 7 days now. But I don't think there's need for us to do any other thing.
With due respect, Father, you are underestimating those bastards. You don't fully understand the implication of what that bastard did with Ivy going public. I say it again. We are being too soft on them. And if it turns out that he is hiding Ivy in Nigeria, she will go public. If she doesn't hear from him for such a long time, and you know what that will do to our reputation. Our reputation is dead.
Such a thing would never happen while I'm still alive, I swear.
Father, this is not the time for vows, but a time for action. Grant me 30 minutes with them, Father. Please, I beg of you. 30 minutes with them. 30 minutes of raw torture, Father. And after that, if they don't talk, you can handle them the way you want. Please.
All right. I will give you 30 minutes as you requested, but on the condition that I will watch over whatever you're going to do to them.
With no interference.
Yes, without interference. Let's go.
Dad! Are you through? I am asking because you both are going to need all the strength you can get from drinking your urine to be able to survive what I'm about to do to you. Until you tell me where my sister Ivy is. Now, tie him up. Don't you understand English? I said tie him up. Tie him up. But first about to tie him up. That's it. Yeah, the good legs. Good legs. Fast about it. No, back down. Back down. Down, boy. Put your arms on this. Goddamn it, don't you goddamn move, okay? Tell me where you go there. I am going to mutilate your palms so badly that you won't be able to tell the difference between your palms and an open wound. And the only reason I am going to stop is if you tell me where my sister is. I mean, a precise location.
If I knew where Ivy is, I would be here.
You think I'm still bluffing, boy? I am bluffing. Give me those things.
Enough!
Dad, I was just getting started.
On time! Food will be ready in a few minutes.
But Father, these guys are...
No. Before you were born, I built this image you are doing this to protect. And I had already started doing things to protect it in those years. One thing I never did was to debase humanity in doing so. And I won't start it today. I value my reputation more than anything, including Ivy's disgraceful life and even yours. But in protecting it, common sense must always rule supreme. Now, let's go. And as from now on, the key to this cellar remains with me alone. You know what that means? It means that I direct affairs here henceforth. Now let's go.
Well, my elders, you asked me to call for an emergency meeting. I did. Despite my misgivings at the way the request was made. Now, I want you to tell me in simple terms why we're here.
Your Majesty, it's been 6 months into your regency,
and close to 5 months since the crown prince left this kingdom according to him to woo his bride. And nobody in this kingdom has seen or heard from him. This emergency meeting was therefore demanded at the instance of our worried people. We are here therefore to ask you on their behalf, have you heard from the crown prince or Alex, his cousin?
Neither the crowned prince nor Alex is missing. Both of them will come back as soon as they are...
With due respect, Your Majesty, tradition is tradition. The question was, have you heard from the crown prince?
Well, I'm sorry, I cannot answer that question.
Your Majesty, we have waited enough for the return of your son. If he cannot do something as simple as convincing a woman to marry him within a period close to 5 months, then he is incompetent for our throne.
No, enough.
Your Majesty, maybe you do not understand yet our determination to put this stop. The dishonor your son's erratic ways is doing to this kingdom since his father gave up. The people have had enough.
Elders, let's give Richard some of them.
We are not ready to give a day longer to a prince who, for all we know, could be dead by now.
No, my son is not dead.
Where is he? If he is still alive and has decided not to communicate with his people for so long, then it means that he doesn't want the throne, or that he does not respect his people. For this, we have sent for your stepson, Prince Charles, to return from England and mount the throne of the people.
You asked Charles to come back to this kingdom without my permission?
Your Majesty, the throne belongs to the people, and the people have spoken through us.
Elders, it is all for now. Let us go.
Your Majesty, you sent for me?
Inimba, you are my late husband's younger brother and his closest confidant in his lifetime. In like manner, your son, your only son, and his first son are like twin brothers. I was told that before the elders did what they did in the cabinet room, that they sought your opinion. And you neither discouraged them nor informed me about it. I ask you, Inimba, how could you be part of such a conspiracy against your own family?
Your Majesty, I was never part of anything. And if you ask for my opinion, what the elders are doing is not conspiracy. I don't see conspiracy in that. They are just acting out of self-preservation and on the request of the people. And you know all this. You know.
Inimba.
Your Majesty.
Your son. Your only son. And my son, the crown prince of the kingdom, are missing. And if we are worth the name parents, we should be busy looking for them. Asking people to join us to that. Not rationalizing outsiders who are just squabbling over who sits on that throne.
Let me say this, Your Majesty. I love my son and I grieve for him. In fact, I've spent time, money and energy looking for my son and Ruchas, your son, since they left the kingdom. I can't remember saying or doing anything that calls to question my sincerity in this regard. I can't remember.
So, why are you doing it now by...
Your Majesty, not stopping the elders from asking Prince Charles to return to the kingdom. It's not the same thing as supporting them in making him the Igwe at the expense of your son. See, they are just acting out of emotion and I cannot influence them.
Inimba.
Your Majesty.
What I just saw is not as trivial as what you're telling me here. That was palace coup unfolding. Stand with me and stop it. Or forever live with the shame of not standing up for your brother's family when the occasion called for it. You may go now.
Anyoma Roko Nimoka. Anyoma Roko Nimoka.
What is it? Why are you crying?
I can't stop thinking of him. 7 months after that course day in a hotel with him, I can't still take him off my mind.
Listen, Ivy. It's natural, okay? You're deeply in love with this guy. I mean...
I don't love him. I only lusted after him. I was married to Jesus and I remained faithful to my husband until the day the evil Regents crept into my life and destroyed my joys and dreams. How can I be thinking of such a devil? How can you call what happened between Regents and I love? It was not love. It was pure tragedy. Love does not lead to sin. It's a virtue of God, not of the devil. Pray for me, Susie. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me, Susie. Pray for me and ask God to purge my mind of every memory of him. Please, pray for me, Susie. Pray for me, please. Pray for me.
Let's pray. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. Amen. Our help is in the name of the Lord. Hail Mary, full of grace.
What is it?
Your Majesty, the elders sent me to you to tell you that the duty beckons. Prince Charles, your stepson, is on his way back to the palace.
Go and tell the elders that I will never be part of the welcoming ceremony.
Your Majesty, the situation is highly fluid and delicate. Any careless move by you, and you play into the hands of our enemies.
Which enemies?
Your Majesty, since you talked to me 2 weeks ago, I decided to conduct my own investigations. I found out that all that has been happening recently was instigated by Charles from his base in England.
Are you telling me that?
Your Majesty, both of us know that Charles's mother was killed by the gods for her numerous wicked deeds 23 days ago. She paid your doctor to insist that you go through cesarean operation when they knew that you could safely deliver your second child. The target was not only to kill your child, but also to remove your womb. Your Majesty, I've assessed the whole situation. Charles's return not only portends a battlement, but a dangerous palace coup could be imminent, as he called it. If he must insist to stop Charles and his supporters, and then preserve this throne for your son, whom we believe is still alive, then follow me out there to perform your traditional duties for his return. To do otherwise, you'll have yourself to blame.
Hi. Your Majesty, Prince Charles is here. Upon the ancient royal stool of the gods is our royal symbol of authority. As a woman, you cannot touch it with your bare hands. Please, with the cloth, pick it up and perform your sacred duty for our returned prince. For he cannot step upon our soil, having stayed more than 7 years outside the kingdom, unless you, as the regent monarch, perform some rituals for him.
Your Majesty, please. Please. Miko. Go ahead. Go ahead.
To the gods, Charles, you are a total stranger. If you should step out before I say so, you will become a taboo in our land. Elendo,
Your Majesty.
Spread the mat of nativity on the ground before him. Get down. You must be kneeling.
Okay.
Kiss this royal symbol of authority. Welcome back. You may now step on the land of your birth, as the gods have accepted you back.
Thank you, Ma.
Elders of Abama,
Your Majesty.
your princess back.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You sent for me, Your Majesty.
You still have more than 1 year to be done with your master's degree program in England. Am I not right?
Are you asking me, in a sense, why I am back home?
Don't you dare play dumb with me, Charles. Whoever gave you the idea that you could just come home and take over the throne at the expense of the crown prince of the kingdom?
Let's put it more appropriately. At the expense of your missing son.
How dare you? Well, Charles, I invited you here to advise you. Go back to England and face your studies. Because what you came back here for is an absolute impossibility. I will. And I must serve out the 1 year allowed me as the regent of the kingdom. And that will be in 6 months' time. By then, I'm sure my son will be back, married, and duly discharge his duties to his people. So if you think that I will budge to any kind of pressure from you or your foolish cohorts, then you must have a rethink, because it will never happen while I live.
Isn't this quarrel called for, Your Majesty?
Then go back to England if you think so.
One more question. Have you heard from Rocha since he left this kingdom? Has he called you? Have you had any form of contact with him? And what makes you think he's still alive?
Get out of my room. Now.
Sleep with these questions, Your Majesty. Good night.
Finally, she told me point blank that no matter the amount of pressure we mount on her, she would never leave the throne for me.
Is that to say that she's already aware of her plot?
Calm down, Honorable. She is not. She is not. She is only suspecting. I have people who are monitoring her all the time. And if she ever thinks of putting us under surveillance, I'll know before she starts. Trust me.
That's not the only issue, Inimba. With the passion she has expressed about her determination to preserve the throne for her son, Prince Regent, there is definitely going to be a big fight.
A fight? Are you calling our contest for the throne with a mere woman a fight?
My prince, she is not an ordinary woman.
Spare me that.
She is the regent of the kingdom. That position alone bestows on her the full sacred and administrative powers of an Igwe for now. Even without that, she is not the kind of a woman that gives up easily. Ask your uncle how she vowed never to let him become the Igwe upon the death of your grandfather, and went ahead to force your reluctant father to change his mind about leaving the throne for him 2 days to his would-be coronation.
What?
It was true. It happened. Now, even though I have forgiven her for that one, what I know I'll not do is to allow her desecrate the throne of my ancestors. Now my late brother she's been manipulating is gone.
Uncle, are you sure she was not behind his sudden death?
Nothing is ruled out with such an ambitious woman. Don't forget I once told you that she poisoned your mother for daring to marry your father in spite of her objections. A woman with such ambition brooks no opposition. She will go to every extent, including murder, to retain power. And now she has that power. She wants to retain it, even in a do-or-die approach. Yes.
That was why every member of the royal cabinet is convinced that she is behind the sudden disappearance of her son, just to retain the regency. That's her.
God knows she has met her Waterloo in me this time around. I will do everything possible to stop and expose her and avenge my mother's death. She definitely has to pay for all her crimes in this family.
She must pay. She must. You see, I expected her to take this fight to this extent. You see, now she has become aware of your motive. I am going to adopt a stratagem to counter her. Yes. Now, from time to time, I am going to be briefing you on this stratagem as we move on. You know, what we have to do, very important, is that we must not give her reason to begin to mistrust me. Yes. Charles, I want to assure you of one thing. You are eventually going to become the Igwe of the kingdom. Take it from me. Take it from me. Yes.
Stop! Stop! Now, where is my daughter? Nelson? Tell me where she is!
Look at our faces. Look at our bodies. You've had us here for several months now. In this cellar, torturing and debasing us. You think we're enjoying this?
Oh yes, you're enjoying it. Else you would have told us what we cared to know.
Nelson, I am prince from a noble kingdom. I don't lie.
You are lying to us, you bastard! Tell me now!
You want to know who the bastard is? You're the bastard! You and this animal that you call a son! Do you want to know where Ivy is? She's on my ass.
You see yours. You see yours. We're going to cut it open. Try holding for it.
Welcome to today's council meeting.
Your Majesty. Nichi, I greet you.
We are in a council meeting here, Charles.
I know. That's what I'm here for.
On whose invitation? Silence! That seat belongs to the crown prince of the kingdom. And by our royal laws, he alone sits on it.
How dare you tell me where...
Down, my prince. Your Majesty. The crown prince's seat is not like the throne. It is indeed his. But his brother is allowed by our royal laws to sit on it if the crown prince dies.
Good. When the crown prince dies, is the crown prince dead in this case?
A man who is still alive talks. The people confirm him alive by seeing him physically. At least he finds time to communicate with his people. Now, none of that is the case with your son for several months now, and so
you feel justified to declare him dead?
Can you give us any reason to assume otherwise?
Enough of this distraction, please. Her Majesty is still on the throne. In fact, she is the head of this council, and therefore determines who sits wherever. Prince Charles sitting anywhere shouldn't be a distraction, but it should be a non-issue.
Uncle Inimba, I beg to disagree with you. As a matter of fact, I am a prince of this kingdom. And as such, I reserve the right...
Inimba, please. Tell him that being a prince of Abama Kingdom does not automatically make him a member of the royal cabinet. He can only be here on invitation.
The elders and I invited him. Your Majesty, we are in the majority.
Of course. No. You are in the majority here.
Yes.
But I have the veto power. And on that power, I declare this meeting over.
You can't!
Now you listen, Uno. I told him a few nights ago that if his aim of coming back is to pressure me into giving him this throne before I serve out my 1-year regency, that it will not happen while I live. I was not joking when I told him that. Neither am I joking now. This meeting is over. You can go.
God damn it! How could she? I swear, that animal of a god is going to die by my hands today.
No, my prince. You kill no one.
You can't tell me what I should or should not do in this case, no. I was the one she ordered that idiot to humiliate right before all of you.
Anyom Aroko Nimoka. Anyom Aroko Nimoka. She ordered her guard to humiliate you, right? But who is to be blamed? She or her guard, who has sworn before the gods to do that which she says always without questioning?
And talking about humiliation, did she spare us by her words at the council meeting a while ago?
Charles, listen. See, in today's world, the greatest victories are achieved not by physical power, but by the power of the mind. So you have to sit down. Let's map out a strategy to handle this woman. Don't forget you didn't come back from England to go and fight a common guard. But to avenge the death of your mother by taking away the throne from she who killed your mother and her useless son. Yes. So calm down. Calm down. Please sit down.
Now, what are our other options?
Very many. There are very many. But first of all, let's get the people involved immediately before she does that herself. Yes.
How?
Oh no.
We have to sleep over this matter.
Yes.
What did you want?
God damn it, it was a dream. I was dreaming about her. That was so real.
You were dreaming about?
Ivy.
Aboma Kingdom is in trouble indeed.
What do you mean?
Regents, you're supposed to be sitting on the throne of your fathers, and I'm supposed to be in school. But here we are, battered and reduced to the level of the swan, all because of you. Because of a woman. Despite all that, you have the luxury of playing romance with her in your dreams.
Alex, I haven't even told you what the dream was about.
I don't need to be told, Rogers. When the subjects of the king are in trouble, he thinks and finds solution to the plight. He does not while away his time dreaming about a romance-torn nightmare like you're doing here, Rogers. He does not.
Obviously, all the members of the royal cabinet are with Charles now. How bad do you think such is to my continued stay as the Regent Inimba?
Quite bad, Your Majesty. Quite bad. You see, even if you survive the conspiracy, I don't see you running the kingdom successfully with a divided cabinet. A divided cabinet.
He has the cabinet members, and I have God, my resolve, and the royal veto on my own side. If they are ready to battle over the throne, so am I.
Anyoma Roko Nimoka. How I wish Richard would return now.
He will come back, Inimba.
When?
I don't know, but I still have 6 months to wait for him.
6 months of peace? Or 6 months of battle with a divided, rebellious cabinet?
I you suggesting I drop the challenge and surrender my son's throne to Charles?
I will suggest that henceforth, or use your head more than your heart in this situation.
Inimba, I say it again. My son and yours are alive and will be back on time for my son to take what belongs to him. On that conviction, I am ready to fight the elders and Charles with the last drop of my blood to preserve my son's throne, even if it means doing that alone.
You are a one of honor, Your Majesty.
But I will be in my room, Inimba. First, I have to apologize for insisting that we have this emergency meeting before our scheduled council meeting, which comes up in an hour. And I also want to thank you for coming in such short notice. You see, they said that
I would, if Your Majesty will forget about this long speech and go straight to the point.
Oh no, today, this hour, this minute, right now, I am still the sovereign of Abama Kingdom. And that requires that whoever wants to talk to me will do that with a lot of respect. Next time you or any one of you interrupts me in such a rude manner, I will not just issue a verbal warning. I will suspend that person indefinitely from this council. Oh no, I demand an apology.
What?
Apologize to me!
I am sorry, Your Majesty.
Better. As for why I call this meeting, I want every one of you to swear with the royal symbol of authority to keep the true situation of my son's whereabouts secret. It is an order, elders.
Your Majesty, the people are already aware of everything.
What? Who told them?
Prince Charles.
It's okay. I still want you to swear.
Swear about what again, Your Majesty? He said Prince
I
Charles...
heard what he said, Ichiokoro. If you don't do it, I'm going to invoke my full royal powers to dissolve this council and rule this kingdom alone. I am not bluffing, elders. Oh no, you go first.
I am disappointed in you and your colleagues, Onowu. I am totally ashamed to come from a kingdom where men like you are leaders. You did not just disappoint me, but you insulted your gray hair. Something we planned, something we discussed to the later. You turned around to make me look like a fool before Her Majesty and the youths of Alabama. How? Where lies your moral authority in all of this? Where? Why did you ask me to return from England if you knew you were going to shamelessly abandon the struggle at this point? Why?
Charles, calm down. Take it easy. Sit down. Let's hear from Ono. Let's hear from you.
Thank you, Chief Inimba. What happened in the cabinet chamber wasn't planned to disgrace you as you think or kill our plot. We were forced by Her Royal Majesty to swear by the royal symbol of authority.
She did what?
Yes. She forced us an hour before today's meeting started to swear that we would deny whatever His Highness must have told the people about Prince Rochas. Should we be asked henceforth, we would have called to warn. But she made sure that none of us left her side till the meeting properly started.
How could you agree to do such a disgraceful thing, Ono?
She threatened to invoke her full royal powers if we refused. Had she done that, the council would have been dissolved, leaving her to rule alone.
Wouldn't that have been better than the dance of shame you subjected yourselves and I to today?
Charles, hold it. They did the right thing. They did the proper thing. If they had refused, then your royal ambition would have been dead. There and then.
Yeah.
Yes. So, let's be grateful to them for swallowing their pride to do what they did. That's the angle I'm seeing it from. Please.
Now what do we do, Uncle? We definitely cannot give up at this point.
Give up what? Anyoma Roko Nimoka. Let me tell you, if that woman is stubborn, then we will be more determined.
Good.
To give up what? She must vacate that throne for you, Charles.
Exactly.
She must. Anyoma Roko Nimoka.
That woman is...
Your Majesty, the elders of the land, we greet you.
You're welcome.
I am the president of the Association of Daughters of Abama Kingdom. And here is my secretary. We were sent by the daughters of the land. Having said that, Your Majesty, we were told that you said that the Crown Prince has been in constant contact with you since he left the kingdom. Well, our mission here is not to dispute that. We were sent by our colleagues to inform you that the waiting is over. The daughters of the land are giving you 2 weeks to return the Crown Prince back to the kingdom to be installed Igwe, or else all the daughters of the land who have gone through the pains of childbirth will converge here and urinate on the throne. According to our culture, Your Majesty, if that is done, the dynasty will be taken away from your family and given to another family that will be appointed by the chief priest of the land. The choice is yours, Your Majesty. Your son here to assume his royal responsibilities, or you face the disgrace of your family. Nice one, Charles. Nice one. How much did you pay them to threaten me and your own family?
Your Majesty, at this point, it's no longer about me. Nah, it's about you and the all-powerful daughters of the land.
All-powerful daughters of the land indeed. A revered association in the culture of the kingdom. A master stroke. Bravo. Well, daughters of the land, your threat is noted. But I want to tell you that the solution to what you think is going on does not lie in threats.
You are in no position to tell us where the solution lies, Your Majesty.
Good. Now, can you tell me why the crowned prince was not made the Igwe immediately after my husband's death?
I will tell you, Your Majesty. Because as a bachelor, he was not qualified then.
Good. Now tell me, if I should vacate the throne upon his failure to return in 2 weeks, and to prevent you from carrying out your threat, as Prince Charles here seems to want, who takes over from me?
Prince Charles, of course.
There we go again. Prince Charles.
Yes.
Is he married?
I have a bride, yeah. Somewhere.
Somewhere?
Yes, she's in England, actually.
Has anybody seen her? Nobody. So what is the difference between Prince Charles here and my son?
The difference is I am here. Rochas is not here. He abandoned the throne of his fathers. Now what the people want is a real king and not a woman regent.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Like I said earlier, daughters of the land, the solution does not lie in threats. But if you think I am wrong, I'll give you my own threat. If anybody in this kingdom, and that includes Prince Charles here, ever challenges my authority in this kingdom again, and my son's right to the people's throne, I will go round this kingdom 7 times in my nude. Do you know what will happen if I do that? The next 7 generations of this kingdom will live, suffer, groan, and die under a terrible curse. Is that the kind of risk you want to take for this buffoon here? Is that? Answer me!
Well, Your Highness, with that threat, she has effectively killed our plot.
What? Yes. Are you trying to tell me we can...
The people are saying that they cannot take such risk for you. We have been listening to them since she made that threat earlier today.
Please, elders, ignore her. She was just trying to...
Whatever she was trying to achieve by issuing that threat, she has already achieved. I warned you, and Your Highness, never to take it to that extent with her yesterday. We all know how resilient and brilliant she could be.
She is not brilliant, no. She is just being manipulative. And to allow her to
succeed... Inimba. If that is why you have brought us to meet in a hotel room, know ye that she has already succeeded. This is a master stroke she struck.
Then let's reply her with a counter master stroke. We can start by telling the people that the crowned prince is dead.
You talk as if you don't know the culture of our people. Without seeing the corpse of the crown prince, people will not believe that he is dead. Nor can we crown another Igwe according to our culture.
Elders, enough of the arguing back and forth. The question right now is, what would be our next move?
There will be no next move, Your Highness. Like the daughters of the land told you earlier today, go back to England and face your studies. It is all over. Maybe you are not destined
to be the people's Igwe.
Just wait a minute. I'll be back with you. All right.
I don't know what he wants. I'm sure he's interested in that woman.
All the killings in the palace, who is the cause?
Your Majesty is here.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Alendo, leave us. Are you still lurking around, hoping to relaunch a battle you've lost effectively? Maybe by exploiting the sudden deaths of the Onowu and some other senior chiefs? Charles, isn't it time you packed it up? Returned to the UK and faced your studies?
That's the reason I'm here, Your Majesty. I'm returning to England this weekend.
With all you did recently, I'm surprised that you could find it worth the while informing me.
I was misled by the elders. I'm not trying to absolve myself of the blame, but I should have known better than to go against the interests of Rochas and yourself. I'm deeply sorry.
Well, learn your lesson from what happened. Go back to the UK. Complete your academic programs and be the success story your father has ever dreamt for you. That is the apology I want from you.
Thank you so much, Your Majesty. Thank you.
Someone is sure informing that boy. That is what I'm going to find out. I am going to be less trustful of people around me.
You see, you thought I was lying the time I told you that she no longer trusts anybody when she found out about the conspiracy. You see it now? These days, she asks questions and talks less, especially as it concerns Rochas and Alex.
Honestly, Uncle, I left that room feeling like an overfed baby. A complete fool. What next?
What next? The struggle continues until we achieve our desired aim.
How in God's name are we going to continue with the struggle?
Charles, you just came into this scheme last month. For me, I started even before your father became Igwe. This is a cause for which I have spiritually imprisoned the souls of my son and that of the crown prince. This is a cause for which I have killed and killed over and over, and I will never give up.
Uncle Inimba. Wait. You said you started this before I was born? And wait. In other words, this whole thing is not about me, but about you using me to get at the throne you lost to my father 25 years ago. God! So it was you who killed my parents. It was you who killed Onowu and Ichiokoro because they disagreed with you? How?
Impressive. For a naive idiot like you, it was impressive how you figured out something from this one careless statement I've made. There's one thing wrong, yo. Yes, I started it. But since I talked your father into marrying a second wife, your mom, and she had you, it turned out to be all about you, all because of you.
Okay, why then did you kill her?
Charles, there's no time to debate, no time to argue, no time to waste. With what Her Majesty did, coupled with the total withdrawal of support from the elders because they lost 2 of their persons, the road is no longer easy. So, you come and sit down. Let me now explain to you.
Me? Sit down with a diabolical liar, a murderer, and an ambitious swine! You want me to sit with it? You slapped me? You lay your filthy hands on me? Anyway, I am not going to hit you because I don't want you to die in my hand as obviously you want. But as I live here now, I am going straight to Her Majesty to expose every...
Fool. When you get up from there, you will not argue with me on any point again. The throne is mine, and I will use you to get it. And you're my rock. Dimoka. And you're my rock. Dimoka.
Dad, you sent for me.
Yeah, well, sit down, son. You see, I've been thinking about those bastards in the cellar and Ivy. For close to 7 months now, we have locked them and tortured them illegally. And they have consistently denied knowing the whereabouts of Ivy. I can never remember the form of torture that we have not applied on them, and yet they remain adamant. And more so, it has not taken us anywhere. I want us to change the course.
Change course? But how?
Yes, I believe them now that they are here looking for Ivy. So I want us to use them and find her before she makes one wrong move wherever she is now and ruin the family.
But how do you intend to do that, Father?
From what we know now, we strongly believe that the prince is madly in love with Ivy and would do anything to find her. So I'm thinking of releasing them and show them the note she dropped. so they can use it and have them go to Ethiopia and locate her for us.
Father, you're sounding idealistic. Mr. Mark told us that she's not in Ethiopia.
Mr. Mark is only human, son. He could have missed something in the course of his own search. And there's nothing wrong if we try to use the prince and his cousin to search for her again.
Dad, have you forgotten that what we did to the prince and his cousin is a crime capable of putting us away for life? Those guys are not ordinary folks, Dad. Rochas and Lances from a renowned family in Nigeria. A billionaire family in Nigeria. And if he should go to the police, Dad...
No, he would not go to the police. Not if we make them believe that the note got to us just today. That saves it all. Are you thinking now? Oh, now you got it. Think.
Sir, you're saying this came in from Ivy? From Ethiopia today?
The postage point indicated that it was sent from here in South Africa the very day she left for Ethiopia. But curiously, it only got to us this morning. Well, I told Nelson to bring both of you here and allow you to freshen up, because with the receipt of this note, I became convinced that you have been telling us the truth and that you truly love Ivy. So I've decided not to stand in your way anymore. The question now is, what are you going to do if I let you go now and with this latest revelation?
Well, sir, if your fear is that we will charge you for torture and detention after you've released us, give you my word, sir, there will be no such thing.
What are you saying, Rogers?
I'm saying that I came to South Africa to look for the love of my life, and that whatever happened here is the price that I pay for the love that I have for her, and nothing more.
With due respect to Your Highness,
Alex, there will be no redress of this. That's a royal decree.
As Your Highness pleases.
Good. Now, sir, if you allow us to go, we will continue our search for Ivy. And I can promise you, the minute we find her, and I can convince her to marry me, we will bring her back here to formalize everything before we take her to Nigeria.
Well, my father has agreed to release you. But first, allow me to apologize for...
Please, Nelson, there is no need for apology.
Well, I have applied for a travel document for both of you to Ethiopia, and I'm going to bear the cost.
Please, sir, thank you, but no thank you. This is my cross, and I choose to bear it alone. Now, allow us to go.
You are indeed gentleman. Yes, thank you very much. You are a gentleman indeed.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.